Hi there, and welcome to my weekly reflections, my weekly vlog. Wow, what a ride! I'm sitting here. We've had snow most of the day. The lake is frozen over. I had a friend visiting, and she was like, not today, I think yesterday, but anyway, there were ice skaters on the lake, and there were people ice skating. And I'm like, yeah, the lake freezes over. We have boaters and we have ice skaters and we have, oh, here comes Bella. She heard me talk. She does this every week. As soon as I sign on, she comes over. She wants me to stop talking and get up and feed her. How funny. Anyway, um, she's here and happy. Hi, Marilee from the Pacific Northwest. How is it there? And hi, Jenny. I am. So here's the thing. I have a wonderful fire. My latest toy is my wood burning stove. My next door neighbors taught me how to make a fire. So I now have purchased a half a quart of wood, which isn't enough because I'm going through it like crazy. And my fireside chat's going to last all winter. Oh, right, Marilee. It's flooding in Washington. I hope you're okay. I know I've been seeing it on the news. I've been seeing it on the news. So I want to, I have some pretty profound thinking tonight for me. So I want to share it with you all because I've been all weekend with Dr. Perry. I talk a lot about Dr. Perry Nicholson. He is a chiropractor, but very trained in osteopathy, and really his practice is called Stop Chasing Pain. And he talks about himself as the lymph guy. And I really credit him with saving my life when I was so sick. It's so hard, everything blends into itself, but I was so sick for almost 2 years. And, surgeries and emergency rooms and over 100 plus, different tests and labs and, stints in the hospital because nobody understands the lymphatic system. My lymphatic system had broken. Yep, it had. They called it an obstruction. They said it was a, what did they call occlusion? That my thoracic duct, which is the main highway for the lymphatic flow, had broken. So eventually they surgically fixed it. I had to go down to Pennsylvania and they surgically fixed it. But even afterwards, things were still not working. And come to find out, the pipe was fixed, but the plumbing wasn't fixed. I hope that's. I'm, as I said, I have all these profound thoughts, and I'm sort of talking it through with you guys. So the pipe was fixed. They were able to reroute my thoracic duct so that it connected with my, oh my God, the main vein here, whatever it's called, I can't remember. It'll come to me. Instead of the subclavian vein, which is where it usually connects. And why can't I remember what it's called? Oh well. It's the main carotid. The carotid artery. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, the bottom line is they did what's called a lymphovenous bypass. Very novel surgery. Novel meaning that hadn't been done very many times. There's only one doctor in the US that does it, at least when I did it 2 years ago. And I thought, okay, we'll give it a try. But, and it was seeing Dr. Perry that actually got my lymphatic system flowing again. I, um, I, I have MLD done, and MLD is superficial. Hi, Grayson. Happy birthday. Many, many blessings. I'm happy to say happy birthday to you. Grayson just put in the chat that it's his birthday, her birthday today. Grayson. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little more about what my revelations were. So I started Anita, bless her heart. Oh my God, I love her so much. She's one of my dear friends in the lipedema community. She and I have been connected for many years, even before I think we started Tribe. But anyway, Anita called me and said, "You're not doing well. You're dying. Please look at the work of Dr. Perry Nicholson." She was a little more direct than that. She's like, "Do this right now." And I did. I got right on board. And Dr. Perry lives in New Jersey, and I live in the Boston area. So come to find out, it's about a 4.5 hour drive, but really 5 hours. Hi, Tijuana. Hi, Patsy. And oh yeah, Anita's an amazing friend. She was, still is. She's still remarkable. Anyway, so Dr. Perry. So I immediately signed up he does online courses. I immediately signed up for his course, but that wasn't going to do it. And as I said, I figured out it was a 4.5 hour drive, 5 hours really, with stopping to pee and all that stuff, each way. But the next hurdle was that I'm not driving. Or I am now because I'm feeling better, but I had gotten into 2 consecutive accidents because I fell asleep at the wheel. And the reason I fell asleep at the wheel is my lymphatic system was all screwed up. And I had brain fog, the likes of which I didn't only fall asleep at the wheel, I kept falling asleep whenever, everywhere, like in meetings, in groups I was leading. I was just sick. I mean, again, it was all the detoxing. Yeah. Tijuana says she uses Dr. Perry's Big Six. Yep. Yep. That's what helped me. That's what helped me. That's what Anita called to tell me. Do the Big Six. Get in touch with Dr. Perry. Get better. Is basically her advice. So I'm like, okay, I had an online session with Dr. Perry and realized that that was helpful. And the classes are incredibly helpful. I've done every single thing he's offered for the past year and a half, 18 months at least. And I started to go down to New Jersey once a month. I had to hire someone to drive me. And that's a whole story in and of itself. I had one that didn't work out, and then I had another one and ended up being a disaster, like being on the side of the road with a lunatic that I had hired, and he was crazy and ended up having to call Uber to take me to Connecticut and back, and I mean to New Jersey and back through Connecticut. It like cost me a small bundle, but it was worth it, I guess, in the end, because working with Dr. Perry, I I got better. I'm better. Or as someone said to me about 4 or 5 or 6 months ago, "You're back. You're back." And I'm like, "Yeah, I really am back." So, today and yesterday was a 2-day workshop with Dr. Perry on the lymphatic system. He calls it his lymphatic mojo. And there's so much. And I've done the class before. I think I've done the class probably 2 other times. But every time I do it, I hear it. I learn more. And the thing that I understand is that, like I've said, that what he did is he primed the pump. He had my lymph system had stopped. It wasn't working. It wasn't flowing. The toxins were building up like muck in my body. And I was sick. That's why I was so sick. I had all those toxins that couldn't get out. I couldn't get rid of it. And I gained over 80 pounds literally overnight. Within like a month or two, I had gained 80 pounds. And it was all lymph. The lymph fluid, which couldn't find a way out of my body, was building up. Yes, Lisa said it is Dr. Perry Nicholson. And it's called Stop Chasing Pain. And his self exercise for the lymphatic system is called the Big Six. Yeah, a couple people know of him in the chat. And oh my God, he said something today that he said so many things today. But the thing is that when you know the sequence, what flows to what, and the pressure, the sequence and the pressure, the sequence of that I had all of this, I had this pretty bad wound on my leg. Wasn't about my leg, it wasn't about the wounding. It had built up in my body till it came out in my leg. It's much better now and it's healing. But he talked about that you have to go to the deep lymphatics. You have to get the deep lymphatics going. And that was the thing that really, really called to me, because I say all the time that our task, I'm now going to bring it into a more universal conversation. Our task is to listen to our bodies. Listen to our bodies, that our bodies are wanting to heal. And Perry kept saying that today. He kept saying, if you give your body what it wants, it's always protecting you. It's always trying to do what you need in order to heal. And he talked his own journey. He had thyroid cancer. He got very just not only that, but he had cellulitis and he had many other problems, which is what prompted him to begin the process of understanding the lymph system in so much detail. So I'm seeing him this week. I have a session with him on Wednesday. So I've done different things over the past year and a half. So now I have someone who's driving me, and we've got it set up, and we're driving on Wednesday. And I've had times when I've stayed in a hotel overnight and done 2 sessions. Ideally, what I like is having 2 sessions a month instead of back to back, so that my body has time to integrate the work that he's done. And so stay tuned. I'll let you know how it's all going. And I am in the process of inviting him to come and do a webinar with me for our community, because fingers crossed, I'm going to mention it to him and try and get a date for the beginning of the year, so that we can talk about it and really share, because he's doing something that, in my experience, no one else is doing. And I looked everywhere for someone to help me. And Dr. Perry and Anita Patchett, I love you. So on that note, I'm going to say what's next with lipedema for us is my dear friend Nora Carr is a nurse practitioner, and she's had 2 of 5 lipedema surgeries. We had a fireside chat with her on Thursday that was so fabulous. We didn't have time to finish it all. She's coming back in, what time is it? She's coming back at 6 Eastern time. It's now 5:18. So that is 30, 40 minutes. About 40 minutes. We're going to start and have fireside chat part 2. So, do come. Ooh, I should give you a link. Let me see if I can find a link. I think I found. Yep, here it is. This is tonight. If you haven't signed up, there's still time for you to come. I'm going to put it in the chat. Here it is. And then as soon as it's in the chat, I'm going to put it up here. It's learn.lipedema-simplified.org/surgery-webinar. As I said, she was over the top in terms of the details that she was sharing with us. So we are going to have fireside chat part 2, 6 p.m. tonight. You can sign up, and we're going to hang out with Nora. 40 minutes and 17 seconds. Okay. And so do join us. If you haven't already signed up, you get a chance to sign up. The other thing is, so many people have asked, is Tribe? No, Tribe Evolving is not on for tonight, Jenny. Jenny asks, oh, so Julie said she was watching Nora's replay. Tribe Evolving is now only the last Sunday of the month. So it's going to be on, I think it's the 28th of December, Jenny. So, but we'll send out a email to remind people. So that's that. What else? Oh, here's surgery webinar. Oh, I was saying that Nora's learned so much through her process, plus her background as a nurse practitioner and being part of a major Boston hospital system. So I've asked her to come back, and so she's going to be coming back and doing this is very limited because we want to have a small group, but it's for people who have questions for her and want to do a deep dive. I'm going to announce it tonight at the fireside chat, but it's for January, I believe it's January 4th. It's either, yeah, I think it's the 4th. I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check. I should know all these things. Yeah, it's January 4th, which is a Sunday. So, if you're interested in that, please, when you see the sign up link, make sure you sign up because it's limited. We have to keep it small enough so that people can actually get all their questions answered. Okay, I am going to say have a wonderful weekend. What's left of it. I'm loving the even though the snow and cold, you can tell the window behind me is open to crack, which is why I'm all bundled up, but I've got the fire going and it's hot. So I need the hot and the cool together. So, and the cool, it's like the wind is coming in. So, much love to all of you. I'm so blessed, and I send you many, many blessings. And I will look forward to meeting with you again next week, though many of you sooner.